Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Welcome to another video here at Yo Spanish. My name is Jordan, and today we're going to be speaking about the key to emotional intimacy with your Spanish speaking partner. So, without further ado, you know what's coming. Vamos pues. Just a quick one before we start. Make sure you click like and subscribe on the channel so you can see all of the videos that we post here at Yo Spanish on a weekly basis. Vamos pues. Communicating with your partner is not just about talking, it's not just about speaking, it's not just about saying stuff with your words. It's not just verbal communication. Communication with your partner is also physical communication, is also intimacy as well. It's also emotional communication, spiritual, etc. So it's not just about the words that you're saying and what you're saying to each other. Okay, so emotional intimacy is a very important aspect of in a relationship. So, for example, when you're in a relationship, yes, you need to be able to understand each other, etc. But you need to be able to understand each other on an emotional level. You need to be connected emotionally, okay? And that emotional connection is what makes the relationship stronger. And you can only get to that level of having very, very good emotional intimacy, as well as physical and verbal and everything else. But the emotional intimacy, you only get there from having a very, very strong communicational, strong relationship based upon communication. Okay, so if the communication is not good, you're not going to have a strong emotional connection. All right, and I've seen it so many times before in Medellin, in Colombia. You can see here. I've seen it so many times before in Medellin, Colombia, and in Cartagena. You have people who are, say, yeah, man, this is my girlfriend. Like we've been together so da, da, da. Okay, great, but like, how does that work if she doesn't really speak English at all, and your Spanish is like very basic? How are you guys communicating? Yeah, you might be able to use a bit of Google Translate here or there. Yes, you might be able to like understand each other because of like context and body language and gestures and stuff like that. You might even understand what each other are saying, but that's just that's just a that's just like service level. That's just like communicating. Okay, so if you're only able to just communicate and kind of understand each other, how but you don't really know that person. You can't really connect deeply emotionally. Okay, and again, especially for a woman, emotions are important, very important. And to be able to feel safe, to be able to feel spiritually connected and protected, and that emotional connection is not really going to come if you're just able to kind of understand what each other are saying, because you feel like this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, this is my husband, this is my wife, blah blah blah. But you don't really know that person. You know them, you don't really know them. Okay, so being able to fully understand and communicate on a deep level is going to allow you to connect emotionally and any other type of connection that is not verbal. Okay, and this is something that you would probably not have if you are like one of those people who just kind of communicate anyhow they can with Google Translate basic words with body language and gesturing and stuff like that. But if unless you have that strong, because for example, people outside of the language barrier, people who speak the same language, a man and a woman who speak the same language and they're together, they're partners, they still might not have a strong emotional connection because maybe they just, yeah, they speak the same language, they both speak English or whatever, but they're just not really deeply connected because the communication between them is not that great and they're not that close and gelled to have that strong emotional intimacy. Okay, so when you add the language barrier, it just makes everything, it just amplifies everything. So if you already don't have that, then the language barrier is just going to make it even worse, right? So again, it's very important to be able to focus on understanding your partner through having a very, very good level of Spanish so that you can then understand him or her better on a deep emotional level. Learning a language is a very integral piece of the puzzle when it comes to emotional intimacy. So if let's take an example. Let's say your suegra, your mother-in-law, right? Your wife's mom, let's say. She probably maybe she speaks English, but chances are that she probably doesn't speak English, okay? So you let's say your girlfriend or your wife, whatever, she does speak English or she doesn't speak English, or she speaks a little bit. Maybe she'll speak a bit more than her mom on average. All right, so you can kind of get a buy with her. You can communicate a little bit with her, and you kind of understand each other a little bit. But the mom, yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to say much to her if your level of Spanish is very, very, very basic. So then imagine if you were in a position where you could speak with her mum and you were like able to just speak and speak and speak and have jokes and like relate, tell stories, and she just sits there at the table or from afar like watching you on the other side of the family reunion, and you're there just talking, and she can't hear because she's far away, but she can see you and her mum just like talking and conversing. Like, picture that compared to her trying to having to be there every single time to translate to the mom or whatnot. Like, what do you think is going to make her feel more comfortable in the relationship? Scenario number one or scenario number two? Okay, scenario number one definitely is going to make her feel, even if she's not even listening to the conversation, she's just gonna be like, oh, it's so nice that my husband is able to like speak with my mom, and they look like they're hitting it off. Da, da, da. You're more likely to get on well with somebody if you can speak their language, right? That's just plain facts. So the chances are that she's gonna like you more just because you speak Spanish anyway. All right, and it's because it's not even your first language and you've learned it, and she'll appreciate it, and she's like, oh, it's really cool, blah blah blah. So then you're just gonna have a stronger bond with, let's say, your wife's mum, just because you can speak Spanish, and then that's gonna, it's like a triangle. It's like a happy triangle. Like your wife's mom's happy with you because you can speak Spanish, and then your wife is happy with you because you're speaking Spanish with the mom, and the mom is happy with her because she has a husband who can speak Spanish with her, and that's great. So it's gonna make the relationship stronger, and that's just with the mom. That's not even talking about the wife. Okay. So learning a language only has benefits with when it comes to family, all right? Whether it's your own family, or whether it's your wife's family or your husband's family. So being able to be close to the mother and the father, and it's the same thing for the father. If the father sees you speak Spanish and you can understand him better, he can understand you better, he kind of takes more of a liking to you. It's going to make everything stronger. It's going to make everything better, all right? Your relationship with your wife will be stronger. You'll be closer together. You'll be closer with the family, and then that just has a positive spiral domino effect. Okay, so learning and prioritizing learning Spanish is very important if your partner speaks Spanish, or if your partner and doesn't speak English, or if they do speak English but their family don't. Either or, it doesn't matter. It's only going to help you. It's only going to benefit you, and it doesn't have to take a lot of time. And this is a big thing that a lot of people don't understand. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. The flowchart method is a time-effective solution for high-achieving busy individuals. The flowchart method is our trademark game plan that takes you from zero to conversational in 3 months. It gives you better results that are easier to attain in less time. Okay, so I don't know what could be more attractive to you than that. We stick to the relevant points of learning Spanish, because just because you're learning anything to do with Spanish, a Spanish word, a Spanish verb, a Spanish phrase, yeah, you're learning Spanish, but it doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing. It doesn't mean that that is serving you. It doesn't mean that that is relevant for where you are right now at this given moment in time, given your level, etc., and your experience. Okay, so we try to give you as little as possible that gives you the most results. Okay, thus keeping your motivation, thus keeping the relevant topics, and making sure that you're staying on track and you're actually improving. Okay, it's a combination of a lot of things, and we do that within 0 to 3 months, and it's an easy 3-step plan. You start off with the main common phrases that you're going to come across when you present yourself in Spanish, and also to be able to just get around, asking for directions, asking for help, meeting a stranger, meeting a friend, etc. And then we go straight on to another topic, which is just 3 different sections of 5 words that you can use, 14, 15 words that you can use to mix and match and create your own sentences in the present, future, and past. And then in the 3rd step, we go deeper into sentence structure and verbs so that you can understand how you can piece together words in a sentence, different types of words, understanding them, understanding each types of words and all of the different words that fall under each category, and to be able to construct your own sentences however you want, wherever you want, whenever you want. Okay, and that is the flowchart method. It's very, very simple and effective, but very, very, very important to do, because it's going to get you all the results that you want. And again, it's all about time. All right, the main thing here is about time. Sure, energy, money, focus, etc., but time is the biggest one. All right, and a lot of people, especially if you're watching this video, you probably don't have as much time as you would like to be able to dedicate to things that aren't necessarily your line of work and your career and your job. So time is everything, and this doesn't take much time. Of course, the more time you dedicate to Spanish in general, the better you're going to get, of course. But at the same time, other typical traditional methods are going to require a lot of your time and not really going to give you the results that you desire. And if you're watching this video, you probably already tried to learn Spanish somewhere else. That's why you're here, and it's just not worked out. And you've looked back over the years or months and seen how much time you spent, and still it's not really giving you the results that you wanted. And you probably don't want to spend and waste more time moving forward. So this is why we have the flowchart method here, which is a solution for you, a time effective solution for you to improve and learn Spanish that you've never learned before, but also do it in a shorter period of time and make it easier for you so that you can have enough time and enough focus and energy outside of Spanish to continue crushing it in the business world and in your career. This video is all about emotional intimacy. Okay, do not neglect the communication with your Spanish speaking partner. Do not underestimate how important it is to be able to communicate with her family, to be able to communicate with her directly, and to be able to create that emotional bond, that spiritual emotional tie that is going to keep your relationship healthy, stop your relationship from drifting and going stale, and just really keep the connection between both of you and her family. Okay, so again, thanks for watching. My name is Jordan. This is another video here at Yo Spanish, and as always, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you get notified every single time I make a post. And like, comment if you like the video, anything you like to comment below. Share this video, and also the relevant links for Yo Spanish. If you want to get joined up on, if you want to start with a role play, we do a role play every Wednesday. Go to yospanishroleplay.com, or you can go simply to yospanish.com and check out all of the products and services that we offer, from the do-it-yourself DIY flowchart method course, or you can get a one-to-one coach with myself or one of our Yo Spanish coaches. Okay, so click the links below and you can start today. I'll see you on the next video. Unos pues.